Master the low stakes playful testing for compatibility. Now, this is kind of, you don't want to do this on the first date, obviously, or even the second date, but if you have, if you've gone on a couple dates with somebody and you're gonna do something, like go somewhere, or that's when you might want to implement this. Don't try to do it on the first date, because it's just a bad idea. But here's the thing. Life is messy and life is difficult. And I feel like a broken record because I say this all the time. You should never commit to somebody until you've been through some shit together. Because you know what? After doing divorces for so long, and I heard story after story after story, and I always heard the same thing. Well, he or she changed. People don't fundamentally change. I mean, they can, but it's two distinct things that cause that to happen. So anyway, people wear masks. People put on performances. It's a fact. And then after a while, they can't keep it up. It's too difficult to keep it going. So it's important to know before you commit to somebody if they are truly compatible with you, because you shouldn't want to be with somebody who's not compatible with you or doesn't align with your same core values and, things like that. Super important, because that's the biggest test for longevity. So, I always tell people, do something out of the ordinary. And we do this for the dating derby. We use this philosophy for our dating derbies, and it's hugely successful because we deal in real life. Because life is real, and real life is difficult and full of challenges. And you want to make sure that the person that you're dating has the same, core values that you do, and is able to handle certain situations the way you would expect them to, within reason. But it's funny how these masks come off, and sometimes it's a gradual fade, and sometimes it's all of a sudden. And you're like, whoa, what the hell is that? I didn't sign up for this. Well, yes, you did. If you didn't do your due diligence, you signed up for it. And instead of wasting months, because usually it takes at least 6 months for the mask to come off, that's when it starts to come off typically, instead of wasting all that time, it's better to find out from the get-go what you're dealing with. And you can ask every question under the sun, and you can think that because they answered the questions correctly or the way you wanted them to, that you're good to go. Guess what? People lie. A lot. And it's not always a lie. It's sometimes an embellishment or something like that, along those lines. People are trained now because of social media to perform. And it's scary because you don't really know what the real story is until you've actually witnessed going through some shit with them. And I advocate for this a lot. I don't think that anybody should ever commit to somebody unless they've been through some stuff with somebody, because you don't know what they're really made of. But challenges bring out true colors. It's a fact. So don't be afraid to challenge them a little bit. I wouldn't say don't full on, deceive them. That's not right. But you can play little fun games. And, if you really want to know, go to IKEA and get a piece of furniture and put it together with them. That's a real big tell right there. Or play a strategic board game against them. Those kind of things are ways to get to know the authentic person, to make sure that you are making the right decision before you commit. Good luck.